Hello and welcome to another Doctor's Assistant 1 video. Today I'm doing a collection video, video gaming one again. The last one seemed to do well on the channel, the Wii U collection one and the DS one. This one's my 3DS collection, a system slash console or handheld that I do actually quite like. I've never really vibed with the word system when talking about consoles. I don't know why. I either call them consoles if they're an actual console, like say the Wii U or Xbox 360, and then handhelds when they're like, the DS or 3DS. I wonder if the word system in reference to consoles and handhelds is more of an American thing, because I feel like it is. Anyway, I don't know what the date is specifically today, but it's either near the end of June or July, because I always get those ones mixed up between which one comes first and which one comes after the other. It's the one closest to August, so yeah, that's a thing. But yeah, I have quite a few 3DS games, not a lot, but yeah, I'll be going through some of them and talking about what I think of them briefly, kind of, sort of, maybe. And yeah, I have a 3DS, the original one, I think, of sorts, with the actual 3D slider dealy. But then the new 3DS, or new 2DS XL came out, and I got that, which is a bit odd because I'm pretty sure that was like 6 months, maybe even a year into the Switch's lifespan, or like sort of it being a thing. So it's like really bizarre to me that kind of came out then, because it's weird. It's like the last hurrah of that system. It was a decent system. Originally, I wanted the black and blue one, but I got the white and sort of orange one, which in retrospect, I do kind of like that I got that one, because orange is my favourite colour, so yeah. Although I just think the blue sort of pops more against the black, whereas the orange, I don't know, it complements it more, the white? I don't know. Anyway, I'm rambling. Yeah, I'd like to get more 3DS games before they become impossible to buy. I think they probably maybe are quite difficult to buy, some of them. I could be wrong about that, but yeah, I think a lot of first party games, and especially Pokemon games on this system, console, bleh, handheld even, got there in the end. Handheld are quite not elusive, but still quite expensive, like at 35 quid, maybe even more. I think they released a Animal Crossing game on this one. I think they released one on DS, I'm pretty sure, because that also came out on Wii. Then there was a horrible Nintendo Animal Crossing Wii U party game, which was just like Animal Crossing, but a shit version of Mario Party. And then there was the 3DS version, which wasn't a shit party game thing. I think. I could be wrong about that. But anyway, finally moving into the actual collection. Tomodachi Life, I've probably played about 100 hours of this game. That's how much fun it is. It's basically like Nintendo's version of The Sims, but with the Mii characters. And one thing that I do often find very fun to do is actually take pictures of people, and then you get them in your actual Tomodachi Life, like hotel place and that, so that's fun. Yeah, really fun game. It's the game that I usually, generally speaking, go back to the most on my 3DS, on my new 2DS XL, I should say. It's very casual, but it's fun either way. I think the level cap on the Mii's is level 100, and I've already got like myself in there, and like my mum and my older brother like at level 100 probably. So yeah, that's the thing. What else? Rhythm Heaven, nope. Rhythm Party Megamix, a rhythm game of all things, which is kind of funny because I have no rhythm at all. It's fun, it's weird, it's very Japanese, not to be racist about it, but it's very WarioWare, I think is the game that I'd say it's kind of like. Yeah, weird that it was actually quite easy to get here in the UK, I think, kind of. I think I got it a few Christmases back, quite a while back, but it's a good game. I think the only annoying thing is that you probably need headphones, because a lot of them are based around like beats, I think that's one of my major criticisms, but obviously if you're not out and about somewhere, then you can just whack the volume up as loud as you want. Super Mario 3D Land, I think this is a good game. I think it's one of those better games on the original 3DS, probably, because it actually uses 3D pretty decently. It's... but I think I've predominantly played it on the new 2DS, I think, kind of. And, yeah, I can't remember how it translates onto that, because, as I say, it does actually use the 3D a lot. But it's a Mario game, so, that's the seal of quality there. New Super Mario Bros. 2, I have barely, if at all, played this game, so I don't have much to say about it. Other than, it does come with, even, a yellow case, or a snazzy yellow case, so that's something. Luigi's Mansion 2, great game. I think I've completed this game. Really fun game. I think, if I'm not mistaken, in the last Nintendo Direct of this recording, anyway, Nintendo Direct, they announced that this would be coming to Switch, which is kind of bizarre, because then it means that we've got, 2 and 3 on Switch, but not 1, and then number 1, there is, a remake of the GameCube one on 3DS, which I was, for a while, going to try and track down, but again, I think that one's fairly elusive these days. I think I could be wrong about that, but either way, it's mad to think, on the 3DS you can get 1 and 2, but you can't get 3, but then on the Switch you can get 2 and 3, but not 1. It's that's the most fucking Nintendo thing ever. But that game is really good, and I would recommend it if you've got a 3DS. Or you've just got one second hand and you're thinking, what game should I get with the 3DS? Because I have no idea what are good games. Pokemon Sun, I enjoyed it quite a bit. I can't remember if I completed it or got beat all the 8 trials or did whatever the versions of gyms are back in this one. Enjoyed it, yeah. I think I might have 1 level 100 or 2 maybe. I probably got stuck partway through it. I've also got the limited edition collector's tin thing for some reason, because, yeah, I always end up, I hate that about me sometimes, that I always end up getting limited editions of games that I think I'm going to really like, and then I play them, and then I don't like them as much as I would have liked to, if that makes sense. So, then it's I just feel like I've wasted an extra 10-15 quid on a limited edition, because also, as well as just the tin, the sort of steel thing, the only other thing you got was the Sun logo thing, this, as a pin, and that's about it. I should have just stuck with the standard game, because again, it's only 10, or it would have been 10 quid cheaper, 10-15 quid cheaper to just stick with the main game, brand new, I might add. Pokemon Omega Ruby, really like this game. This one's got a nice snazzy red case. Let me just check inside. Yeah, no, there is no, thing to hold other games. They got rid of that by now. Yeah, really fun game. I think I played 100 hours of this as well. I'm pretty sure, I'm 90% sure, it was quite a long time ago that I have beat all the 8 gyms in this one. And I have got, anywhere between 2 and 4 level 100s, and yeah, now I'd just be, if I booted it back up, I'd just be sort of, for lack of a better term, dicking about and trying to get all of the Pokemons and leveling them up and shit like that, I guess. Kirby Planet Robobot, really fun game from what I remember. I don't know if I've completed this game, but it was fun from what I remember of playing it. You're Kirby, you're in a mech, and you can scan the enemies, and then you get flamethrower mechs and ice mechs and shit like that. I think again, really good first 3DS game. I think if you've only just got a 3DS, I recommend that. Smash Bros for 3DS. I remember enjoying playing this against some people at college back in the day, as it were. And that's about it, really, that I can remember off the top of my head. But it's Smash Bros. If you like Smash Bros, then obviously get it. Mario Kart 7, really fun game. Added the glide mechanic, which is quite iconic now, I guess. I don't know if iconic's the right word. Added some new items there, clearly. Really, again, I think must have if you've only just got a 3DS, sort of thing. Very accessible, very fun. Yeah. Regular show, Mordecai & Rigby in 8-Bit Land. I don't know if I've even booted this up. I might have booted it up once or twice. Not really played much of it, but based off the screenshots, I think it's just a platformer, but in the regular show universe, which is kind of cool because I love regular show. Chibi Robo Ziplash platformer. I've played a little bit of it. It's alright. I mainly wanted it for the amiibo, to be honest, because this game did come packaged with the amiibo, so I have the amiibo. Tekken 3D Prime Edition. Yeah, it's just Tekken on a handheld, but it actually looked surprisingly good from what I remember, like the graphics, as it were, for a handheld game. The Tekken game, that then means that I've either got 3 now, or maybe even 4, because I might even have a copy of the Tekken game on, what might I have it on? I might have a Tekken game for Game Boy Advanced, as well as PS1, Xbox 360, and now 3DS. So yeah, that's a thing. I have like 3 or 4 copies of Tekken games, or different Tekken games. Yeah, so yeah, as I say, this is the 3DS collection so far. Hopefully I'll get some more 3DS games in the future. I don't even really know what would be good games to get, because I feel like I've got a decent chunk of, for lack of a better term, the first party games, you know, from Nintendo, with just a little bit of some random stuff like the Mordecai regular show game and the Tekken game. I think they did a Street Fighter game, didn't they, really early on, as like a launch title. That'd be cool to get. Probably be quite cheap as well, like 5-10 quid now. There was supposed to be a really good Resident Evil game, of all things, on 3DS. Don't know if that's easy to get or if that's really difficult to get these days. But yeah, if you have any recommendations, please feel free to comment below in the comment section down below, because as I say, I'm not 100% sure what would be considered really well, not rare, but like a hidden gem, or like a sort of, yeah, one that people miss, but it's actually really good. I feel like they did a Donkey Kong, not Tropical Freeze, but like Donkey Kong Country game on 3DS near the end of its life cycle. Could be wrong about that, but I just feel like that kind of came out of nowhere. Or like when Tropical Freeze was out on Wii U, of all things, that then they didn't do that game on 3DS, but they did like a handheld version of Donkey Kong Return, or Donkey Kong, whatever the one on Wii was called, Nintendo Wii. And then there was there a 3DS version of Toad's Treasure Tracker? Because I've got Toad's Treasure Tracker on Wii U, and I enjoyed playing the shit out of that on Wii U, so if there's a 3DS version, then I'd be down to play that version. I'll get that version to play, even. But yeah. So yeah, I mean, as you can tell from this last bit, I do actually play the games. I don't just collect them for the sake of collecting them. I do actually play them and enjoy them, or try to anyway. Damn you, Pokemon Sun. But yeah, I think Pokemon Sun was one of the few games that I distinctly remember, before I forget, playing on 3DS, the original 3DS, and that kind of feeling like it was a bit chuggy and a bit like it was pushing the hardware a bit too much, whereas then when I played it on new 2DS XL, it felt a lot smoother. It's weird, it's literally just because it had like 2 or 3 more enemies sometimes in battles, I think, and then it was just like really sort of, the frame rate would dip so noticeable that I could even notice it. You know, it was, as I say, the word chuggy or choppy kind of comes to mind, and that, whereas then when I booted it up on new 2DS XL, it was just like a lot smoother. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please do comment, rate and subscribe to the channel.